Hey, it's Blast Off again. Okay, you're back with Joey Ciccone, Cedro Garcia in the house. I like to say musician extraordinaire, and we're going to get right into it. Scotty, you got a two-fold on it, both of us right now? Okay. Say hi to my buddy Cedro. We got some Pappy came in, right?
That's my ex-brother-in-law, yeah.
All right, love you, Cedro. You owe me $50,000. When are you going to... No. Tell him what he's saying. Go ahead.
It says, love you, Cedro. That's Pappy. I come from New Mexico. That's a small town also in New Mexico.
I love it, yeah.
Vaughn, New Mexico.
That was one of my questions, but go ahead.
That's in New Mexico. I was born and raised in Willard, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Population, 120.
Model 120 people.
And 100 of the 120 were related.
They're all related. Everyone...
Yeah.
So do you hang out with your cousins and do things?
You hang out with goats
did
and
I
sheep
say
because
that?
you can't mess around. You're all related.
I love that.
You know?
I love that. So we got you guys chatting in. You're on the Connected Show, Joey Ciccone. I'm going to get into the Q&A with my buddy because we're going to hit it. The shades come on, as you know, and we go something like this. All right. In 1960, you formed your first band. Tell us about that.
The Sneakers.
Yeah. Now, when I read, and I was talking to one of my agents about this. Was it the Snickers or the Sneakers?
Sneak. S-N-E-A-K.
Sneakers?
Sneakers.
Like the sneakers you wear?
Well, you spell it the same way.
Or sneaking around with different women?
Well, we did that too.
Yeah, I know that. But anyway, besides that, it was more what after? The shoe itself?
How we actually got the name, Joey, was I was in college.
Yeah.
I was we'll talk about that later. I was an athlete also. Good athlete.
God bless.
Professional almost.
Fantastic.
Anyway, so we had all these dances we played for at the college, and we didn't have a name. So we asked everybody to write down what they thought the name of the band should be, right?
Right.
So I'd say 90% said Sneakers. We were wearing tennis shoes and cutoffs playing.
Right. Hey, let's use the name Sneakers. It's cool.
So we said, well, that's a cool name.
What were they, Converse at the time? Vans or whatever?
Converse, yeah. Converse. Yeah, Converse.
Right?
Yeah.
Where did you come up? Well, okay, where did you come up with the name Sneakers? You just told me. All right, that's bet. You're from Albuquerque, New Mexico. We just talked about it. You opened for headliners Louis Prima, one of my faves, Della Reese, Billy Eggstein.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Neighbors. Surprise! Surprise! Golly! All right. We didn't rehearse that either, folks. That's on the spot, all right?
Yeah.
Barbara Eden.
Yep.
And I love this guy, George Burns.
George Burns, yeah.
Did you love these people? I mean, who stood out the most? I mean,
well, you know what? Actually, believe it or not, Jim Neighbors. Don't go there. Don't go there. I know you want to go with that, but
I'm not going to touch it. But he stood out.
But he stood out because he took us by the hand, literally, and took us with him all over the country.
Yeah.
And he put us in. He had a variety show on television for CBS.
Right.
We were semi-regulars on that show with him.
Now watch how sharp my boy Scotty is. He's got that picture up already right now with the Jim. Oh yeah,
Jim Neighbors.
He don't mess around. He's got the one with you and Beverly Brown.
Oh, and Rock Hudson. All those people were there. I mean,
they were all hanging out. You were all in it. That was the '60s, baby. Who did you really enjoyed him then a lot?
But you know, we learned from Joey.
Yeah, babe. Go ahead.
Before we're going ahead of ourselves.
I don't want to jump ahead.
Louis Prima.
Please, come on.
Our first gig that we had, we're going to Reno playing at Harris, right? And first they have us working at 7 in the morning. We're the new kids in town,
Wait,
right?
You got a gig at 7 in the morning?
Yeah.
That's
at 7, the only person around was the guy with the donuts and the coffee.
Right. I finished gigs at 7 in the morning. I never started them.
And anyways, you got to come see Louis Prima. So we go see Louis and Sammy Terran that night. And we thought we were hot shit coming out of Albuquerque. A great rock and roll band, right?
Yeah.
And Louis and the boys come on and says, oh, my God. Talk about an awakening.
They had it going on big time.
They were unbelievably good.
But little props to you, just as we saw on the clip that we just saw before we came back. That's Cedro with Beverly Brown and the band there. Dude, the outfits, the style, it was going. Dude, you had it going on, man.
Well, you know,
you were wild.
At that point,
you were Latin and wild.
Yeah, we had it all there, Joey. But anyway, at that point, when you that video that you just showed there, you saw,
right?
That was probably around '78.
I love it.
By this time, we were already getting recognized, and we had our own tailor. here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I want to get to that. I want to touch on that, please.
Okay.
Let me get to that.
All right.
So, do me a favor. Tell me about when Las Vegas lounges were Las Vegas lounges. I know I don't want to jump ahead, but I want to
That's
come.
okay.
I want to come back to what we just spoke about. But just tell me what they were to what they are today. Have I spoken it to you folks from day one of being on this station, other stations? I talk about it all the time. I'm a musician. I was with Miles Davis. I came out to Vegas. What happened to the lounges? What happened to what's going on here? Cirque du Soleil. Give me a break.
Joey, when we came to town, we were young and impressed with everything that we saw, but the boys were in town. The mob
Excuse
was
me.
in
Wait,
town.
Spet. What do you mean by the boys? What are you saying
The
by
mob
the boys?
was in town.
There ain't no such thing as the
The
mob.
hell there wasn't.
Huh?
The hell there wasn't. One night I played My Way about 5 times. Every time I played it, about 20 chips, $500 a piece came up on
A
stage.
lot of C notes were coming up there.
Yeah, oh, man.
Because the guys were in town. We know
Oh,
what he was
yeah.
talking about because you
Yeah.
guys watched my show.
Yeah.
And that's when it was really happening. Am I right?
Every casino had a great lounge, a main showroom, and everybody was working till 3, 4, 5 in the morning.
Sometimes I heard that you would go maybe from one gig at one casino
Yep.
to another gig at
yeah.
another casino.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd be moving around. Like Dino and those guys did it. But the bottom line is you were moving around, and it was just a beautiful thing. You'd step in, you plug in, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because your instrument is what?
I'm a guitar player.
La guitarra.
La guitarra, sí.
Oh, please. It's beautiful. man.
But Joey, what was cool in those days, you'd have, do you know who Joe Darrow is?
Of course I do. That's all you need to say, yes.
This Joe Darrow, he would do a lounge gig, pack his stuff, they'd go to the showroom, do a main showroom show
Right.
with somebody, come back and do the late shift with somebody else. That's how good he was and how much he was making tons of
He
money.
made a ton, but I
Oh.
knew guys that went from this gig to that gig
Oh,
to that
yeah,
gig. Now
yeah.
it's like, what? You want to get into the corporate thing? Don't get me started.
Yeah, me
Please,
neither.
don't
Me
get me
neither.
started. Your band was the first to play rock and roll in the lounges.
Yeah.
And many acts followed.
Many acts. Can I mention some acts?
Please.
One of the better acts that followed was a group called Santa Fe. You know who they are, right?
Yes, I know.
Every
I know
Monday they're
exactly
up to
who
South
they are.
Point.
Yes.
Jerry Lopez and
Yes,
Lenny
I
Lopez.
do know who
and-
they are, and they are excellent.
Yeah.
And an excellent sound. And
Oh.
in fact, they do some Gino Vanelli tunes, which I sing a lot of Gino Vanelli
You,
stuff.
do Gino Vanelli?
Yeah, he's a good friend, and I do a lot of his style. I applaud them for the arrangements.
Ooh.
But go ahead.
But anyway, but even going before that, before Santa Fe, because, you know, in those days we helped each other out. Now,
Thank you.
everybody's cutting each other's throats because
Thank
there's
you.
no work.
Yeah.
But then, like, I helped them a little bit, but you got to have the talent to make it. And that's what it takes. Jerry had the talent. I knew they would make it.
Exactly. I've always believed this, that the talent is very important, but the connection is very important. As we walk through the door, we must have the talent when we step through those doors to produce. If we take care of business, you're in. If not, and you suck, I'm sorry, you're out. But you got the opportunity to walk through the door, okay? So in the meantime, when you get the opportunity and you walk through the door, make sure you're showing everything is strong and powerful, like this guy's was. One more before we go to break.
Okay.
You were voted best dressed lounge group throughout the 70s. You got 26 seconds.
Yeah, and thanks to a tailor by the name of John Liu.
Yeah.
I think he was an Asian person. Anyway, he was fantastic. And as a result of us getting all that done,
Right.
people like the checkmates would ask him, "Where'd you get your outfits made?" We told them, so everybody started using this guy.
Right.
You know?
Right, and I love, and not for nothing, you look real nice in your outfit. I like Beverly's outfit. It looked like
I wonder why.
It looked like Michelle Pfeiffer from Scarface. I'm Joey Ciccone. I'm here with Cedro Garcia. All right, excellent musician out of Las Vegas. Still works all over Nevada. We're going to be right back with segment 3.
Ciccone.